Evening, everybody. It's your boy Bear Motivations. I want to talk to you guys about this evening is habits that we have in our lives. You may have in your lives that is detracting us and taking us away from our happiness. And today I want to speak to you guys about drugs and alcohol, something I have unfortunately a lot of experience with. Now, if you're suffering from depression, anxieties, you're not happy with life, you're not happy with where you are in life, you want to change, you're not quite sure how to change, you're not quite sure how to bring yourself out of the pit that you're in. Well, I'm going to tell you today, guys, is if you are using alcohol and drugs to get you through your day or your weekend, then this is something that you're going to have to extremely reject from your life. Okay? Now, I tried many times to lower my drug usage or not drink every day of the week or any kind of connotation or method to try and still do it but not do it. Okay? And it doesn't work. Okay, it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for me, and it will not work for anybody, because if you have alcohol and drug dependency, no matter how much you do it or don't do it, it's still going to get back to where it wants to be, because you have an addiction. Okay, and this drug addiction isn't to drugs or alcohol. The addiction is to escaping the reality of your own life. And this is the unfortunate thing. Okay? So once you understand the drugs and alcohol that you are taking into your body on a daily, okay, is simply to take you away from the reality of your own life. Okay? If you're abusing drugs, if you're abusing drink, to change your thought process and how you feel about yourself, this is why you're doing it. And I did it for many, many, many years. Alcohol and drugs took me away from my misery, and made me somebody else. Did it ever make me happy? Did I ever feel good the next day after a cocaine binge? Don't think I ever remember ever having one of those days, and I don't think you do either. Okay? If you don't give a shit about nothing, nobody, and even your own autonomy, then maybe you did wake up the next day and feel great about the money you spent, the damage you did to yourself physically and mentally. I do know people like that. They couldn't give a fuck. All they're interested in is getting high and drinking. The reality is, nobody knows how these people feel when the lights go out and they're on their own and their head touches the pillar. People can say what they like. You'll never know the real truth. I knew the truth for me is nothing ever positive in my life came out of drugs and alcohol. And if there is somebody out there that can tell me there was a positive out of them doing loads of drugs and alcohol, I'd like to hear it. So what I'm going to say to you guys is this, and I'm serious about this, okay? And I take it from somebody with the experience to tell you that drugs and alcohol, if you're using them, and like I said, you are suffering some sort of mental illness. So when I say mental illness, I don't necessarily mean that you need to be sectioned or you out your mind or anything, because don't be ignorant, okay? There's a lot of people out there, you and I, people that you know, okay, you yourself that's watching this now, that shows themselves to other people, and they would never think that you had a problem. They'd never think that you was depressed. They'd never feel that you was upset about something. My friend only told me the other day, one of his close friends of 30 years went to school with him. The guy was a proper Jack the Lad decent guy. Everyone loved him. Funny guy. Um, he took a lot of cocaine and he liked to drink. Uh, just like most guys, you know, in their 30s, like to go out on the weekends, have a chisel, have a drink, da da da, whatever it is. Now, I'm not saying he did this because he did these things, okay? But what I'm saying to you is the point I'm making is on the outside to everybody else, he was the happiest and fun loving guy you'd meet. But yet he still hanged himself and killed himself when he has children, a wife, and a family, okay? So it's real, it's actual real. And men are killing themselves at a very high rate. Okay, in this country, it is the second biggest killer, I believe, from heart disease. Okay, of men aged between 14 and 34, I believe. Okay, don't quote me on that, but it's around them ages where men are killing themselves at a very high rate. I.e., like I said, the second biggest killer in this country is suicide for men. That's massive. That's not a small thing. That's massive, okay? And it is really massive because if you look at the figures, and us guys are still going on like we're macho, and we're still going on like there's no problems, and we're still going on like we can sniff, drink, fuck what we like, and there's no consequences. Well, unfortunately, there is, and it's showing in the figures of the amount of men that are killing themselves. Okay, so you know, you can listen to what I'm saying. Look, guys gone soft, mate. If I can don't drink no more, don't do drugs, or pussy or whatever. You can do all that talking if you like, and there are men out there that will see this and say that. But I can promise you, I've probably done more drugs, more drink, and more uh, disgusting living than you ever will do in 2 lifetimes. Okay, so believe me when I tell you, there is nothing positive that can come out of alcohol and drugs. And let me explain something to you. Alcohol may be legal, but it is as worse, if not worse, than cocaine or any other hard drug. Crack cocaine, heroin. If you drink a lot, it'll have the same effect. You drink over a many period of your life for years and years and years, you're poisoning yourself from the inside, your mind and your body. Okay, now I'm not talking about a casual drinker who likes a nice glass of wine with their food, you know, and this sort of stuff. Well, Mrs. loves a glass of wine, you know, it's not a problem. You're not alcoholic, not have to have 5 bottles of wine and that. I'm talking about for people like myself that have addictive personality that abuse these things. There's nothing wrong with having a little drink if you can control it. Now, Class A drugs, forget about it. Okay, there is nothing positive that can come out with taking, which is the most popular, cocaine. Okay, I mean I'm not too clued up on all these MDMA's and all these other rubbish things that they take nowadays. I was never into those sort of things anyway. I was more your crack cocaine and coke. They were my go-tos. Okay, like I've said to you guys before, crack cocaine I have not touched for many, many years. I've been clean of that drug. It's a very scary drug. I was addicted to it for a long time. Um, but compared to cocaine, cocaine is lemonade compared to crack cocaine. Now, I don't belittle the cocaine because cocaine will destroy your life just as quick. Okay, it just takes a little bit longer. Okay, especially financially, how it will destroy you. And I've seen many a man, as like with myself, really struggle financially through my cocaine addiction. Okay, and everything will take second place to it. It really will. Okay. So my message to you guys is this: if you want a journey to become more happy, if you want a journey to find out who you are, okay, if you actually really want to find that happiness and serenity in your life where you want for nothing, and I say all this, right, guys, I say all this because I never believed that I could get to the place that I'm at now. Well, I just don't want for nothing. I don't want for company. I don't want for drugs, alcohol, women, all this materialistic stuff. Now, you would have just would have found it unbelievable a few years ago. It's just unbelievable. Now, I've explained to you guys before, it's the process, it's the process, it's the process. This will not happen overnight. You are going to have to be patient with yourself. You are going to have to work on yourself, and you're going to have to put the time and the effort in on yourself and believe in the process to get to where you're going to get. Like I said to you guys before, it's been a 7, nearly 8 year journey for me since I had a mental breakdown at the age of 39, 40. 39, I think it was, about, yeah, just turning 40. Okay. And obviously, still after that, I continued with the alcohol and the cocaine and the devilish living. Okay. The selfishness, the conceitedness, and the narcissism that ravaged me, mind, body, and soul. Okay, and I've got past all of that. It's all still there. Don't get me wrong, because it was part of me. It's not just going to disappear. But the difference is I understand now where that needs to be and what place that needs to be. And in the process of getting off the drugs and the drink and the negative connotations involved in that, and the people will disappear as well that are no good for you in your life, because most people that are drunks or drug addicts have got friends or people around them that they have that an easy excuse for that trigger. Give them a call. Oh, what are you up to, bro? You know, within 2 minutes they can be like, I'm getting the packets in, bruv. Oh, are you? You're around there. Okay, we've all got them when we're in that life. Okay, there's always someone you can get some off. Okay, it's just around you, like as if everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing cocaine, because you know what? Dirt finds dirt, right? Flies find shit. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? When you're not doing it, I don't touch cocaine and haven't for a good while. I don't drink. Obviously, cocaine and drink is a completely different thing, because alcohol is legal, so it's not so there's not a disdain for it as in with cocaine and stuff like that, because it's illegal. But if you would have asked me now, oh, how many people do you know? I don't know any. Do you understand? It's not prevalent in my life now. So if you'd have asked me about it, well, I don't know who's doing it. When I was doing it, every fucker was doing it. Yeah, everybody. But that's because that's what your circle was around and involved in. People like yourself, junkies and fucking lowlifes. Okay, and I say that with the most respect, because I was one of those people. Okay, so what I'm saying to you guys is this: if you want to make your life happier, if you are on that journey, okay, and you actually really do want to be happy and change your life, you got to drop out that alcohol. Not cut it down, drop it out. Drop it out. And if you are taking A-class drugs, regardless of what drug that is, to take you up or take you down, you need to stop that as well. And in that sense, it seems like it's a hard thing to do. It is a hard thing to do, but you're doing it for yourself, to bring yourself forward in life. You actually want to be happy. And I'll promise you guys, yeah, after just a few months of no alcohol, no drugs, you're going to start to feel like a different person. And once you off that drink and drugs for a prolonged period of time, you will not want to go back to it. Okay, so take my advice, stay strong, peace and love to all you guys out there. You need to speak, you want any kind of advices, hit me up. I'm always there to help. Take care, peace and love.